Hello and welcome back to our channel, How We Move the Decimal. In today's video, I am photographing slides to sell on eBay. If you've seen past videos, I photograph all my slides and then list them later. This batch that I am photographing is actually a bunch of leftovers of animals. In previous videos, I've talked about how I've pulled like random slides out of batches that I think maybe the buyer doesn't want those slides, like flowers or trees or something like that. I also pull animals out. This is, yeah. I know as a child, every time we went to the zoo, we would take a picture of a bunch of different animals. I didn't realize they were still doing this in the 50s. Nobody really cares about that bear in a cage at the Brooklyn Zoo in the 60s. Now, I don't have any famous slides of animals, and I'm sure those would sell for higher, but these are just like flamingo on pond. So I would pull those out of lots and lot them all together because maybe somebody wants an animal lot. Who knows? But this is what this lot of slides is animals. I'm going to talk about weird auction finds. And this isn't like weird, I'm going to buy that. It's like, oh, I bought this lot and wow, there's something in there I was unexpecting. The local auction house, there's two of them we go to. One we frequent more than others, and one does online auctions and the other one does not. This is actually coming from one of our online auction lots, but we've had issues where we found very bizarre or random things in our auction lots before from both of them. So it isn't like one is a major repeat offender and the other one is completely cool. It has all of their crap together, because it's not, they don't. I will say we found things we weren't expecting, and we'd had the slot for quite a while just sitting in our storage area, not gone through, but my husband and I sat down last night and went and through everything. And there was a train case. Also, old Samsonite train cases sell quite well. These are the little, they look like makeup or toiletry cases. They're probably the size of a cinder block, and they usually have two locks on them and a handle. Those sell really well. They sell between $20 and $30 plus shipping. So we saw one of these in one of the closets. So this is going back to one of the auctions where I bought full closets at. I bought a full linen closet, and this was in the back of the linen closet, actually under things, and it looked like it was a travel toiletry kit. Nothing that, you know, even now when I'm looking at my organization, like if someone came and auctioned off my house right now, what would they get in my linen closet? Well, they would get my travel stuff there too. So it's not completely unheard of for it to be in their linen closet. But we never went through it. We just put it in the garage like area that we store things in to go through at a later date. And honestly, we opened that thing up and it was like full on Avon store. Like it smelled so strong. So it is currently now back in the garage, completely empty with baking soda in it, and open to try to get the smell out, because if I cannot get the smell out, I will not sell this. It is an asthma attack / allergic reaction waiting to happen. But we were going through it and we found a bunch of medication, and all of it had expired. Most of it had expired in the late 1960s, early 1970s, but we found things unlabeled that I had to Google Lens and look up online just to be nosy to see what they are. There were a lot of tranquilizers, some pretty heavy duty tranquilizers, several bottles of muscle relaxers, and diarrhea medicine too that was very, very old. And so really interesting, but also really toxic, and probably shouldn't be selling that. I know as a family you'd want to go through and get anything with identifying information like we've talked about before in my videos. We found wills, we found birth certificates, we found death certificates, we found audio and video recordings of people's funerals. But this is the first time I've really found prescription medication. I found over-the-counter medication in auction lots before, but I hadn't found prescriptions. And these were like, to put it bluntly, like Quaaludes. So completely illegal, have to turn them in. That it's not, you can't have these. And I was watching an episode of Curiosity Inc. that were talking about, he found a bunch of drugs in a storage unit. You have to take to the police department. You have to dispose of them properly. And they are completely understanding. We had the same thing where we accidentally bought stolen goods from the school district here. So we just had to go to the school district and turn them in. And they're like, this happens all the time. Or they show up at thrift stores, or someone accidentally buys them at a garage sale. We bought a box of stolen iPads and we didn't realize it. So as soon as we realized it, we went and took them to the school and we didn't get in trouble. So don't be afraid and think you're going to get in trouble for doing this. It's not uncommon. They would rather you turn them back in. They don't want people to be afraid to turn them back in. There's no, like, every time we've had to do anything, there's never been a punishment on our end. We've never had, we've had to answer questions before, but not like, why do you have these drugs? It was, where did you buy them from? Like, what auction did this take place at? Stuff like that. So I guess, story short, don't be afraid if you do find something illegal. Just know to go to, like, for us, either the police department or the school district, or call where you think this may have been stolen from and take care of it. It's a lot better on your end than just passing it off by either throwing it away or then selling it again. Thank you for watching, and please like and subscribe and look at the digitals of the animals.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand.